Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. Today's episode is about back to school expectations. I know that it came by so quickly, but today I wanted to just come on here and have a brief conversation about your back to school expectations. So today I want to share mine. And this is something that I value. These are things that I feel as though that if they're in the forefront, how they will keep me motivated, how it will keep me going. So I look forward to hearing from you, being able to hear your expectations for this school year, as well as some things that you want to see happen. Whether it's for yourself or for your child or your child's teacher. I look forward to just hearing what you have to say and also just being able to, you know, have you here and supporting me and just listening to what I have to say. So I'm so excited about sharing this topic with you, and let's get started. All right, so we are here. Today is the first day of school for my love bugs. And I must say that I feel some type of way. Let me know if this is your child's first day of school. Maybe it's their first, their second week, or maybe they start later on. But I just feel some type of way, you know. It came by so quickly, and my love bugs are in the third and fifth grade. My daughter this is her last year in elementary school. Like, I just don't know. I just don't know. But I know that, we have to get ready. I know that we had to get ready. So there was a couple of things that we had to, you know, put back into place and be able to reestablish and, go over so that we can set ourselves up for a successful school year. Now, the things that I share, I know that it may not work for everyone, but my prayer is that at least it's able to reach someone that can be able to implement these strategies into your home so that you're not stressed, you're not overwhelmed, and you don't feel as though that you're alone. So I come here because I want to be able to share and just, be able to lighten the load and be able to give you practical tools that you can implement now, And so my name is Shalandra Gurley. For those who do not know me, I am the founder of Autism Glows, where we help parents, be the model for their kids while living a balanced life with confidence. And if you're new to my channel, I want you all to know that my son is diagnosed with both autism and ADHD. And there were some things that I had to do once I received his diagnosis to be able to make sure that I'm in the right mind frame, to make sure that I'm doing things to make sure that he's set up for success, that he's set up for success, and also to make sure that he understands, what's going on, and to know that he has a support system here that loves him, that values him, that want nothing but the best for him. And we want to make sure that he understands that we do have expectations and we hold, each other accountable, but letting him know that, we all make mistakes. We all we make mistakes. We probably have to repeat ourselves over and over, or some things that we have to relearn, and that's a-okay. But I want him and his sister to understand that no matter what, we cannot give up on each other, and we have to be able to listen and be able to understand what each other need, so that we can be able to connect and grow with each other. And so now it's back to school. Oh, yeah. Shout out to all of my educators. I have been an educator for over 10 years, and I love it. And that is why when I come on, I give you things that I do myself, whether it's in the classroom or at home or in the community or the grocery store. These are things that I'm doing myself, and they work. And it worked because there's consistency. And it works because I don't put a lot of pressure on myself to get things perfect. And so that is what keeps me going. That is what keeps the smile on my face. That is what keeps the atmosphere, peaceful and it's clear and there's clarity. And so today I just wanted to come on because I do want to make sure that we are setting ourselves up for success. We want to make sure that you have everything that you need and know that you have a support system here. So some things that I do want to discuss today. Like I said, I'm really not really like this back to school, y'all. It came by so quick. Like I feel as though that we were just enjoying summer, and here we are. Like the kids were so excited, and just being able to see the kids. And I know some parents are excited, like woohoo, like let's go, because the kids was eating up all your snacks and they was eating up your food and drinking up all your favorite drinks, teas, whatever. And you're like, oh, okay, deuces. And it's a-okay. But I just felt so happy to see the parents smiling, the kids smiling this morning, and they were so excited. There are some kids that this is their first time actually in school. Think about those pre-K babies, those kindergarten babies, and also think about those first time teachers, those first year teachers, you know. And to them, I want them to know that don't take things so personally. Learn as much as you can, but make sure you create an environment that promotes growth, that promotes understanding, that promotes love and support, and also let them know that we're all human. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna, have some things that's gonna occur, but to know that you are there to support them, and just be able to be open and find you someone in your school, a mentor that will be able to support you on your journey and making sure that you're doing, the best for your kids. And lastly, make sure that you build a strong community with your students' parents. You know, this is a partnership. You're not in this by yourself. So make sure that you reach out to your parents and ask if they can volunteer, and being able to, receive their feedback and be able to see what type of advice they can be able to share with you to help you along your journey, but also being able to find out different ways that you can connect with your students in the classroom. And we know that as our students are entering the classroom, that they are, those are different personalities that you have to experience now, but just being open and just being the model that they need for this school year, and make sure that you keep a positive attitude. And I think that you're going to have a great school year. Just continue to stay positive and make sure that you're creating an environment conducive for you all to succeed in. So let's get to my expectations for this school year. Now that I'm off of that, this school year, I want to be, last year, we didn't have the privilege as parents to enter inside of the building. So now this year, we get to go inside. So I want to be more visible. I want to participate more. I want to, whatever my kids' teachers need, I want to, volunteer as much as possible, making sure that my Love Bugs teachers understand that this is a partnership. I'm here to support. Whatever you need, I'm here. And even if it's just, giving them their favorite cup of coffee or tea, or giving them some words of encouragement, because that is what I do with my Love Bugs. I make sure that I put a positive note inside of their lunchbox. And that is something that I want to do for their teachers as well, because I understand that the frustration and the confusion and the demands that the educators had during this pandemic. And I want them to know that you are important. You matter. Without you, I don't know where majority of our kids will be. So I want my kids, teachers, to understand that I understand. I value you. You matter to me. You matter to my love bugs. So we are in this together. And so I want to be more active. I want to be able to participate more. I want to be able to provide them with, a word of encouragement. I want to be able to, put that smile on their face and be the light for them. I just want them to have a successful school year, regardless of what is going on in this world. I want them to be able to create an environment where it promotes growth, where, there's they can feel love, they can feel peace, there's structure, there's balance, and the kids want to come and the teachers want to come. So that is one of my expectations for this school year. And another thing is I want to make sure that, since we just summer to me is not over, but since we're going into the school year and we know summer is slowly drifting away, I want to make sure that we are consistent with our schedule. So my love bugs and I, we have a morning and a night routine. And so I get up early. I get up 3:45 in the morning because I want to make sure that I'm setting the tone for the day. I want to make sure that I do everything that I need to do before getting my kids up. And so that is working out, praying, meditating, sipping on my favorite tea, doing things that I want to do, whether that's, sending an email out or, typing up some things, journaling, like, oh my gosh, I love journaling. And for those who do not know, I do have 2 journals that are on Amazon right now. And also, if you need to find more information out about my journal, you can be able to find it at www.autismglows.com. And when you go, you will be able to see the link you'll be able to see the information for the journal. And I do have an ebook as well. And that is about, being able to balance your day with confidence. Everything that I do, I want to make sure that there's structure, there's balance, there's a purpose for doing things. And, am I saying that everything is perfect? No, I'm not. But when you have balance in your life, when you have structure, you will be able to have the peace that you need. And so I do these things to make sure that I'm setting myself up for success. And also, sometimes my love bugs, one might get up early, earlier than the next one. And so that might be a little time that we can have our conversation, where we can be able to talk about, the day, or, what are they looking forward to, and, talking about what specials they're going to that day. And that makes me happy. That also makes them happy too, because that's getting in that quality time, and our kids need that quality time. And every child is different. Every child needs that quality time with their parents, with their caregiver, with their legal guardian. They need that quality time with you, to reaffirming them that they matter, to reaffirming them that they are loved, that they are supported. And so that is some things that I do. I get up early. So I want to make sure that, we get back into the rhythm of going to bed at our designated time. And I understand that, kids are in extracurricular activities and your schedule might be a little off. But just try to have a certain time where you all go to bed, as well as before you like bed, but also a certain time for dinner and, taking a bath, going to bed. And when you have those systems in place, and you're consistent with it, how it will make a difference in your life. And so, as I stated before, I was raised by my grandmother. So a lot of things that I do comes back from, from how I was raised. And so I call it back to the basics, So to make sure that I'm also set up for success, I iron all of our clothes for the week. And I have pictures I share with my friends because I want everyone around me to be successful. I want everyone around me to grow. I want everyone around me to have the peace that they deserve. And so if there's some things that I come across or some things that I've been implementing in my life and I see like, hey, this does work, and maybe I had to adjust it or tweak it a little, I'm definitely going to share that out. And so sharing is caring. And that is, as an educator, that's what I did in the classroom. I shared a lot of things. And I was that hyper teacher that, was always bouncing and stuff and just having fun with the kids because I enjoyed school myself, So just making sure that we are, making sure that we are on task with on target and on task with our schedule. Another thing I want to make sure we do is that we have a calendar, a family calendar that is on the wall by our clock. And so that calendar there is for us to be able to put any information that might be coming up, whether it's a parent conference meeting for one of the love bugs, maybe it's someone might have a meeting with a mentor, or maybe something else that came up where they might have to do a little quick camp online. We put all of that information there because, like I stated, my son is diagnosed with both autism and ADHD. And I know some things that, he'll keep asking questions over and over and over again. And so just making sure that he has that visual aid so he can be able to see it. And so he knows that it's August, right? So brother is already like, hey, my birthday. Yeah, your birthday is coming up. That's September. Like, can we enjoy August? Like, he don't care nothing about August. He know that after August is September. So he is on this birthday train. And so we just got to roll with him. So we have this visual aid so that he's able to see the things that occur. And also, by us going to open house, I was able to receive his schedule for his class as well as his specials. So like Monday, it might be music. On Tuesday, it might be PE. On Wednesday, it might be something else. But just being able to have that on our family calendar helps because he's able to see it. And also, as we put his schedule up as well as sister's schedule up, he's able to see whether or not that they have the same specials at the same, on the same day. And he gets excited about it. But just being able to help him out and also being able to help him, with the days and letting him know that, this probably happened on Thursday. And if it's something that he enjoyed, that day, or something that, happened that was very exciting for him, we'll mark it on the calendar so he can be able to reflect back on this day when this thing happened. And so it's a reflection piece as well. So I use it for a variation of a lot of things, but to make sure that he has it as a guide, as a visual aid, but also a part of being able to reflect back over his week, or just being able to reflect back over the month. And we take a picture once it's the last day of the month. We take a picture so that we can be able to compare it to the next, like, each month. So then we can be able to see like, oh my gosh, like we did all of this. Or like for June, we barely had a lot of things to do. So we can be like, oh my gosh, like our calendar was very clear, for this month. And oh, how busy we were, in September, or, in December. So being able to reflect back over our months and be able to see, when we was busy, when we wasn't busy, and, things that actually occurred, throughout the year. So it's very, very beneficial for everyone. So that is something that I definitely want to get back into. But also on our family calendar, I want to make sure that I create a FYI board. So when they bring home those VIPs, which are very important papers, they have a designated place to be able to put those papers so that they're not all over the place hey, we are setting each other up for success. My expectation is to have less clutter. I don't want all those papers, okay? Because I can get lost in the sauce. Like, it's too much going on. So I want to be able to have a designated area where everything goes. So when I do have that time, I can be able to look at it. And also I have a calendar for them as well. So they can be able to document, when their projects are due, when, this assignment is due, or when you have this spelling test. So also they can be able to, hold themselves accountable as well. But we put it on our family calendar for all of us to be able to see and to remind each other. So that is something that I enjoy doing here at home. Another thing I want to make sure is that I am exercising more because, yeah, I gained a little weight, you all. And I'm like, I'm not having it. But yeah, I want to make sure that I'm exercising more. I want to make sure that, I'm staying in that range, because when you gain that weight, you feel heavy. And I like going outside. I like, chasing my kids. I like, walking the community. And I don't want to get out 5 minutes and then I'm tired. Like, I didn't reach my goal, So I want to make sure that I am staying fit. Now, will it happen every day? We're going to work on that. But I want to make sure that I'm drinking plenty of water, and making sure that I'm meal prepping, and making sure that I'm watching the food that I eat. And I'm a snack junkie. I love snacks. I love sweets. So yeah, it's going to be challenging, but I know I can do it because I've done it before. And so I just have to make up my mind and say, you know what? No, this is what you're sticking to. And that is that, because you know how you like to look. And I tried on a dress this morning, so I wasn't even going to wear this. I had a whole nother dress that I had in, yeah, I'm not that size anymore. So yeah, I felt some type of way. Another thing I want to talk about as well is, as parents, I want to make sure that we are being the model for our kids. We are making sure that we are motivating our kids daily, building up their confidence, as well as making sure that we are leading by example. Making sure that we are putting systems in place, and also being able to, model for them what it looks like, so they can be able to understand the expectations. And when our kids have people that will be able to model for them and show them what, certain things should look like, that has it gives them clarity, but also it helps them to be able to visualize it in their heads. And that is very helpful for them as well. So just making sure that we are being the model, we are building up their confidence, also making sure that we are leading by example, and stop assuming that because they are age 8 that they should know how to do certain things, when we know that kids develop, at different levels. And we have to make sure that we are showing them exactly what it should look like. We should do that, without an attitude, without judgment, without comparison, trying to say, well, your sister, your brother, that these kids are different. Each child is different. Each child is unique. So we have to learn how to connect and grow with each child, and be able to understand the things that they like, the things that they don't like, and figure out the things that they need, so that they can be able to continue to move forward. We don't want our kids stagnant or complacent or being stuck. We want them in an environment where they know their support. They're in an environment that there are words of encouragement, that people are building them up. And so we want to make sure that we are using our words this school year and on. We want to make sure that we are using our words to build and not break down. And lastly, I want to say, Y'all can see I'm a school teacher. I use my hands. Shout out to all my school teachers that use your hands when you talk, like it just get the attention. You have so many different students in your classroom. You might have visual learner, textile, all those things, right? But just being able to, you don't know where my, like I'll be like, boom, 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 boom. And they were like, okay, Miss Gurley, we got you. But the last thing I want to share is that I want you to make sure that you prioritize you because you matter. And without you, who will be able to treat your kids the way that you treat them? Who will be able to encourage your kids the way that you encourage them? Who will be able to, lead and guide them the way that you do? So we have to make sure as parents that we are putting ourselves first, that we are taking care of ourselves and doing the necessary work that needs to be done so that we are moving forward, that we are not, being stuck, but making sure that we have the resources we need to be that model, to be the model that our kids need. Also making sure that we're putting these systems in place that's going to be able to help us to grow. We're not, I don't want you comparing yourself to, the next parent, but making sure that you're doing things that work for your family, that works for you and your child. And know that at the end of the day, yes, it's going to be challenging. Yes, some unexpected things are going to occur, but when we have systems in place and when we're doing things consistently, it makes a difference. It allows us to be able to handle those unexpected things in a different perspective, and make sure that you are, in a group where you are supported, where you're being challenged to grow, to make sure that you are being challenged, but also making sure that you are being heard, that you are being motivated. And so I just wanted to share these things with you because I know summer is over, school started, and we want to make sure that we are setting ourselves up for success. And we want to make sure that we are being that light for our kids, for our educators. Also don't forget about the bus drivers, anyone that's in connection with our kids, whether it's a bus driver, a custodian, the cafeteria workers. Let me tell you this brief story, and then I'm going to get out of your way because I know you have a busy day. As an educator, as a person, I just love to smile. I love when other people are happy. And so a lot of things that I used to do, I used to go inside of other teachers' classroom, especially if my planning time, and I did all of my stuff. I like to go and check on other teachers and just have a conversation. Just to see, because sometimes people just need someone to talk to, somebody to vent to, and then they just need somebody like. And I'm the type, I will listen and I'll provide, feedback if they allow it, and going on about my day. But I love having conversations with people. I love connecting with our custodian, our cafeteria workers, everybody, our tech guys that come in and women that come inside of our buildings. I like building relationships. And so when you build relationships, that helps people to understand who you truly are and that they can trust you. And so that is something that I always do when I go inside of a building. It doesn't matter. I'm going to make sure that I build that relationship with you, regardless of what people say. As you see, be the good, regardless of what other people might say, because they don't know what you probably experienced, during that time when they had that conversation with you. But I want to be able to give everybody a clean slate each and every day. And that is what I did with my kids. And that is what build their confidence. That is what made them come to school every day excited, energetic, ready to learn, regardless of what's going on. Like, I'm ready to go to Miss Gurley class. I'm ready, whether they was in my classroom or not. They wanted to come because I wanted to make sure that they had fun. I wanted to make sure that they understand that I was here to support them. And regardless of what is going on, today is a new day for new opportunities. We're going to make sure that we are shifting our mindsets today so that we can be able to accomplish the things that we need to do for today. And when you continue to embed those things in your kids and be able to affirm in them and be able to be that encouragement for them, you will see so much out of them. Same way with our custodians, same way with our cafeteria workers, just letting them know that I see you and that you value and that I value you. And everything that you're doing is not going in vain. And so when we build relationships, it changes everything. It changes everything. And so it also it actually eliminates some of the negative things that is going on. It shifts the atmosphere, and people can be able to tell, they can feel that negative vibe. They can be able to feel whether or not this if it's a positive environment that I want to be in, or if it's a negative. They can be able to feel it. And so I just wanted to share that with you all, because school is here and I want everyone to be set up for success. So that is me. I wanted to come on here and just share those little tips with you all, and hopefully you was able to receive something from this. I look forward to your comments. I look forward to your feedback. Please do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. We are on YouTube at Autism Glows, as well as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of that. Yes, just follow us and please share this out. And maybe your child is not going to school, today or tomorrow or this month. Maybe it's next month. But I believe that when we have systems in place and we start now, when we start now, we can make sure that we are already in the rhythm. We're already in the flow to succeed no matter what. So thank you all so much for coming on. I look forward to seeing you all the next time I come on here live. And I want you all to know that I wish you nothing but the best. I pray that God just continue to cover you and your kids with the blood of Jesus, from the crown of your heads to the sole of your feet. I pray that he connect you and be able to make sure that he's placing you and your child in environments that promotes growth, that promotes love, that promotes peace, that there's structure, that there's balance, and also being able to renew your mind each and every day. I want your kids to be able to know that they are loved. I want them to be able to feel this. I want you to be inside of a group that you feel loved, that you feel heard and understood. And know that regardless of what is going on in your life, you have the choice. You have the power to make the decision that you no longer want to be involved, whether it's destroying your peace or it's disrupting your environment. You have the power. You have the power to say, you know what, this is not right for me. I need to go. So I thank you for just making those decisions early on so that you can make sure that you're set up for success, and also making sure that you are the model for your kids. If you need support, reach out. You can reach out to me, whatever you need to do, but we want to make sure that we are setting each other up for success. And I want to make sure that you know that you are loved. And I pray that God just continue to cover the teachers and the bus drivers and make sure that everybody's just always so excited and making sure that they're staying focused on what needs to be, focused on, because there's a lot going on in the world. I understand this, but we have to make sure that we are providing our kids with the best education possible. We have to make sure that we are placing ourselves in environments that we can be able to grow in. And we want to make sure that we are, receiving the resources that we need to make sure that we're meeting the needs of our kids, of our families, of our educators, and everyone that's in connection with our kids. So I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you nothing but success, and know that at the end of the day, you have the power to move forward towards greatness. So have a great day. I look forward to seeing you all again, and I'll see you all later.